Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm giving you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. I'm gonna leave this link down here because I want to read you this excerpt, but just for context, real quick. DJ Vlad has an interview out with Swerve Strickland. I seen part one to it. This is not where this excerpt came out of, right? This is Swerve talking about his whole upbringing in the military. And shout out to him, by the way. I knew he was in the military. I knew he was in the Army. I had no clue Buddy was stationed in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. That's where I was stationed at when I had to do my boot camp training. So shout out to that, Relaxing Jackson. But I got no smoke with Swerve as a person, right? No smoke with him at all as a person. But I got some problems with this excerpt right here. But like I said, it's not in the part one video that Vlad leaked out, that he's going to probably leak out the full interview as time goes on. I'm pretty sure what they're talking about is behind the paywall version of Vlad TV. But let me read you what he said, because someone went out of their way to actually plug this, and I think it's something that's worth talking about, because I'm sick and tired of this shit, to be perfectly honest with you. So Wrestling Purists post this. Swerve Strickland responds to Booker T questioning his comments about black wrestlers in WWE not being treated fairly. So this is Booker T talking about this September of 2024, I presume. I hate that we're still talking about this race thing as far as, what WWE is doing with black folks. And I say with all sincerity because I'm black and I've been working for the company for a long time, and I know how I've been treated for the last 20 years. Swerve, this is what he was asked, right, by Vlad, and he responds with, "That's not what happened when Vince said the N-word in front of you. That's not being treated fairly." It comes a point in time where, and I'm gonna speak more broadly on this when it comes to AEW wrestlers. This is not gonna be no political video. Don't even get it twisted. This is not a political video. But I will say at least one little small political thing just in reference to this, and then we'll start speaking more broadly when it comes to the AEW talent. Yo, Swerve, homie, bro. What you mean, bro? This is why I don't take black people seriously when talking about your skin color having to be some type of thing that has to get you over, rather than the actual hard work in itself or being treated fairly or any of that nonsense, bro. All right, man, the cream rises to the top, bro. What you own right now? Real talk, what you own right now? First off, if you really care so much that deeply about the race stuff and shit like that, aren't you working for a company right now with two things? One, your man's Excalibur went on a huge ass rant using the N-word to get heat. Remember that shit? Him and Kevin Owens? Remember that shit? Your homie's on lead commentary right now. Call me crazy if I care that much, right? If I was down for the cause, I don't know, I'd be working with a man who did something like that, right? Don't talk to me about, that was a long time ago, because if I remember correctly, that shit happened in 08 or some shit like that, maybe a little bit further back, but no, probably 03, some shit like that, something like that. The Vince McMahon stuff, that shit happened in 06. So both of them happened damn near, if not about 20 years ago. So you're not consistent on that. Bro, you care about the culture so much. Now, I got no problem with it, as far as you doing it, because I know why you doing it. But it's not just you. It's all the hood people, bro, who be doing Vlad TV. Vlad TV. Vlad. The conspiracies that go around this man when it comes to black people. Really? Vlad PD? Police Vlad? Informant Vlad? But you gonna sit here and you gonna try to talk to me? Come on, bro. That's what I mean when it comes to the inconsistency, bro. Not that I give a shit, but from my understanding, Vlad is a plague on black culture. Buddy's a whole ass culture vulture, and you sitting in front of him talking to him like it's all Gucci. But you gonna take a stand on Vince saying the N-word in front of you? So what's worse, Vince saying my nigga, or Vlad TV legit most likely being an informant that got all your favorite culture vultures or your favorite hip hop heads taken out by this culture vulture? Like, who is it now? Come on. The inconsistency of this one is wow, bro. But it goes well beyond that, right? Well beyond that one. At least I'm talking about it. At least what I'm referencing right now, bruh. We just got finished talking about Paige and Saraya yesterday. When it comes to the I'm gonna shit talk WWE, but then when the time comes, when it's convenient for me, it's time to switch sides, and it's time to, oh, WWE, if you ever need me, let me give you a shoulder rub, WWE. Ooh, that car's looking a little bit fly today, WWE. I like the paint job. Let me sit in the front seat. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, what you doing right now, man? Every single fucking time. And that's the part that kills me the most about Mr. Tony Khan. Like, bro, you know the play already. Don't sit here and pretend you don't know the play. You know the game, bruh. You know the game. You know your ass ain't nothing more than a platform for WWE to actually see talent, right? There's no way you could just sit back and let so much talent come on board to use you as a platform, as a viewing device for other people in WWE. Hell, it's not even just the WWE former talent who comes to AEW. You have homegrown talent who outright telling you, I kind of want to be in WWE, boss. Yeah, boss, I want to be in WWE. I mean, shit, MJF ain't making it no secret, and he ain't fooling me with that gay ass tattoo either. But, yo, what did Stephanie Fakir say? Stephanie Fakir flat out says she used y'all asses as nothing more than a platform to get the WWE. She been wanting to do this since she was a little girl. Like, if you don't think Mercedes Moné ain't there just to get a few dollars out of you, bro, come on now. Come on now, you know the play already. But my thing is this constant, victimizing yourself and going around and my boss didn't listen to me. Oh no, my boss didn't listen to me. Or like you feeling spiteful, so you say some wild, crazy shit that people with common sense can look at the situation and be like, bruh, it's not to the degree of what you're presenting at the moment. Like what you doing, bro? What you doing? Like the whole Vince McMahon, my nigga shit, bro. Like, you got so much shit you can say about Vince, even on race. And that's your go-to? That's your go-to? Bro, you salty as fuck right now. That's what it is. Nigga can see past that facade, Swerve. Like, you salty, bro. You got released by WWE and you can't let that shit go. You got an ego, and that's cool. Every person should have an ego because you should always tell yourself that you number one at whatever you do. But at the same time, though, like, there does come to a point where if you are experiencing consequences, maybe you should step back and say to yourself, what was I lacking that homie was looking for that I could have provided, or I can at least go out there, learn the craft a lot better past the extent of what I already know, and maybe get to that point. So at least now I'm actually warranted that. And look, all props to Swerve for actually going out there and upping up his game. This ain't the same, Swerve Strickland that was in NXT, right? This ain't the same one, right? This ain't Isaiah Swerve Scott or some shit like that. This is Swerve. He a whole new ass person. This Swerve Strickland right here has potential to go after the WWE Championship, right? So all props in the world for him to actually do that. But to sit here and have this victim complex, if you will, like they ain't had no right to fire you. They ain't had no right to suspend you. Like, what you mean black folks ain't treated fairly because you ain't treated fairly? And I know people are going to probably come to the comment section. Well, Devontae, let me tell you something, bro. The amount of times WWE has treated black people bad. bro, I think I did a whole ass video on this like about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, right? And it might be higher now, obviously, because it was 6 years ago. But at the time, back in, I want to say 2019. As a matter of fact, it was on my 27th birthday when I made this video back in 2019. I remember talking about the fact how there was like, and I did the math on this shit. It was like, fuck, bro. Like, I want to say in the whole entire wrestling industry at the time, I want to say it was probably like maybe 5 digits, damn near 5 digits of white, Spanish, all types of wrestlers, right? Period, point blank in the entire industry when you add up all the rosters. Closer, if not 5 digits. I can't remember in particular. And as far as the wrestlers were considered, right? As far as the wrestlers were considered, for WWE alone, I'll put it to you this way. For WWE alone, it was like, I want to say closer to 5 digits in the history of WWE. In the history. And it was like 70 black wrestlers. Now you do the math for me and you tell me how that typically, spans out. Do the math for me real quick. We talking about, at the time at least, probably like closer to 5 digits of different type of ethnicities that weren't black that happened to wrestle for WWE up until that point in 2019. And there were only 70 black wrestlers. 70. You tell me the odds and the ratio of how many people can actually be at the top compared to other people, where just flat out mathematics lets you know that there's more of an abundance of something, so therefore it's going to be more of. Like if you got a whole bag of fucking Skittles and that's like 500 pieces inside there, and they managed to put one green Skittle inside there, what are the odds that you're gonna pick that green Skittle? That has nothing to do with race, bruh. And this is not me saying that WWE at one point in time wasn't racist, but at the same time, it's not lost on me knowing the environment at the time. And actually, on top of that, from a backstage standpoint, it's not lost on me to not figure out that they could have probably most likely been racist during some portions of time, also while being backstage. I'm not stupid. I get it. I understand. I know where they're coming from. But at the same time, though, man, we're not in 1989. We're not in 1989. We're not in 1979. You're in, at least at that point in time, 2019, right? So it's like, it's wild to me how you can just keep consistently trying to rely on that type of narrative. And again, it's not just Swerve Strickland. It's just that specific narrative first, that Booker T is letting you know that it has nothing to do with race, because I'm in that position, and I got in that position because I had what most black people, and not even just black people, what most wrestlers in general didn't have. I had the charisma, I had the name value, like I had the longevity at that point in time. I was the most decorated WCW, and at this point, honestly, when you think about it, one of the most decorated WWE champions of all time. That's how I got to that spot. People worldwide know me as Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? The Spinner Rooney. Tell me he didn't say that. 5-time WCW World Champ. Like, come on, bro. Booker T, if you take any of what Booker T brought to the table in, say, 2001 and gave it to any wrestler, they'd be one of the most over things in the entire industry. Booker T was just pretty much the standard at the time. But, Booker T, if you take any of that stuff and give it to a wrestler today, like, doesn't matter what skin color he was, just the fact that he has a catchphrase, just that alone, having multiple catchphrases, that alone is enough to get your foot into the door, considering no wrestler nowadays actually does that or has any of that. That's Booker T. Swerve, you realize that right now, taking your skills and putting it inside someone in 2001, they can barely get on Sunday Night Heat. They can barely get on Velocity, bro. You'd be lucky to get your ass on Jacked or Metal with that bullshit. But nowadays, I can sit back and say that, oh, you upped your game, and that's enough to get you into the main event division, bro. And that's me having the lower mind standards as years go on, because I can tell you right now, I'm used to the bullshit in professional wrestling at the age of nearly 33 years old. I can tell you I'm used to this bullshit. But I could tell you, me, when I was like, say for an example, 11, 10 years old, there's no way in hell I'm gonna give a fuck about you, bruh. Bruh, you a Jerry Lynn. Like, my G, you straight up, bro. Like, you a fucking, you are, who else would I say, bro? You a hardcore Holly. And I mean that in the sense that you got the fundamentals down, but you ain't really nothing special. Again, you just really good at your craft, and you really good as far as getting shit, what needs to be getting to the point and over. But it has nothing to necessarily do with you actually standing out. You feel me? Like that's you. It's just wild to me how someone like a Swerve Strickland and anybody from AEW can consistently rely on that narrative that WWE is holding them back, when in reality, you know what I mean? Like, in reality they go to AEW, and it's like, you know, bro, it's just, I can never get over that. I could just never get over that. Like, they do this shit all the time, but then they turn back around, and when they eventually get into WWE, it's like, oh, well, I love WWE, and I've never said anything bad about WWE. I've never done anything. But then you pull up the receipts, and then like they want to gaslight you, and they want to be like, oh, well, I mean, you guys just took that out of context. I didn't really know what I was talking about. I didn't really mean any of that. Again, Paige Saraya, she just did it yesterday, literally yesterday. And then on top of that, she wants to pretend as if we don't remember when she was crying and saying that Triple H said all this about her, when in reality she just couldn't take a fucking joke. I'm telling you, bro, this right here, that's the future of AEW going forward, man. It's sitting back, wallowing in your misery, when in reality you should be celebrating your accomplishments, because you have stepped up your game to a certain degree. You have, and you should be celebrating that. You should be celebrating the fact that you have that contract, that sweet, sweet, lovely contract, right? You should be celebrating the fact that you are, if for nothing else, one of the faces of a wrestling company when you were just released from the last company. But to sit back and pretend as if, oh, well, they shouldn't have released me to begin with, as if you were a fucking somebody. Let me end it on this. Swerve, whenever you get the opportunity, go check out a Stone Cold Steve Austin interview circa, I don't know, when he talked about his career circa 1995, right? 1994, 1995, when he had that arm injury, right? And he got that FedEx, that paperwork from Eric Bischoff saying that he was fired. And he stood there and he was sulking and he was bitter and he was miserable and all this stuff. And then he recognized, as soon as he became the greatest wrestler of all time, oh, okay, now that I have this mentality, now that I recognize how fucking awesome I was, yeah, bro, I look back at my stuff when I was coming up, and God, that was terrible. Damn, that was shitty. I would have fired my ass too. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin reflecting. That's him actually making it to the very, very tippy top. And when he gets to that tippy top, he gets to actually see how things played out for him in the past, and he recognizes he wouldn't even put himself on being that kind of character. Whereas you get to the top and you still think they did you wrong, even though you see that you develop, even though supposedly, according to you got offered a contract. It seems like Booker T and everything that he said was right, if I listen to you. But no, you grandstand and you got to make everything else about shit that is not even being referenced, because you're salty as fuck. That, or you too prideful to admit that when they released you at the time, you fucking sucked. Oh, Devontae, they didn't showcase him enough. Was this the same Swerve that we're seeing right here in AEW? Was he doing any of this, at least in NXT, to stand out a little bit more? Opportunities are only granted and opportunities are only given to those who show that they deserve the opportunity. He showed that he deserved the opportunity right now. So what is the complaint? That's right. There is no complaint. It's either one or two things. A, you're too prideful and you can't admit that you fucking sucked. So you make it sound like WWE was being racist towards you and you were treated unfairly. Never mind the fact that they still got B-Fab there. They brought her back. All you guys are gone for the most part. Ashante the Adonis is still in NXT. Oh yeah, super duper racist. They offered you a contract. Oh yeah, super duper racist. Oh yeah. Yeah, boss. Super duper racist, boss. While being on Police Vlad's interview and shit like that. Or, which is most likely the thing, you think your shit doesn't stink and that they owed you everything. Yeah, get the fuck over yourself. But with that being said, as always, my name is Devontae, aka Millennial Smart, and I'll be back later on tonight to talk about Dynamite, so I'll be catching you guys then. Odysseus and a P. Ice.